frame. And perhaps in this tournament, he's been allowed to have maybe 2 or 3 mistakes a frame.
Well, he's made a pretty good break-off shot here, Judd. I don't know if Ronnie can see enough of this red. Just to send it back up the table, leave the white this end. He might have to play it with a little touch of swerve to achieve that. He's looking at an alternate, but there's not a lot available. There's a little bit of swerve, and the cue ball's in the pocket.
Foul.
But it puts a lot of pressure on this opening shot for Judd. So there's a red into either corner pocket. This will be a test of cueing and character. He's 4-1 down. Let's see if he can play one of his specials. That is one of his specials.
Yeah, excellent long pot. He's probably the best in the world at that shot. Long shots and screwing the cue ball back. As I said before,
6.
incredible cue power. You want to be low in this black because you want to get rid of those 2 reds that are blocking up the black spot.
It's not bad, although it's not quite the right
14.
angle to get nicely on the black. Might just be able to drop it in. Well, he's used the other red just to
15.
leave himself nicely on the black, and he should be okay here. He's got a slight angle just to get onto his next red.
Judd's in off in the last frame. Cost him it. Is Ronnie's going to cost him this frame? Doesn't look like it.
Very rarely do you see Judd cue the ball like that. He didn't get the action on it at all, so I don't know what happened. He maybe just didn't go through with the cue like he normally does. Let's have a look at this. It usually fizzes back when Judd delivers the cue. That time it didn't.
Well, he's playing the safety off the pack. He's got to be careful not to leave this red to the right corner. He's got a fairly big target with the yellow and blue. Yeah, it's a good shot.
There is a path back down the table off the reds past the pink, but he's got to get it into a similar position, otherwise he'd leave the red that Stephen mentioned. So he is playing off those reds. This has got to be absolutely spot on. That looks a little pacey, or is the yellow going to come to his rescue? It is. Tell you what, he got down pretty quickly and made his mind up to take that difficult pot on. Well, that long pot on the red has given himself a great chance. The black's tied up, the pink and blue are in the open, as are the reds.
4.
And he could do with knocking in a sizable break here. Just to let Ronnie know that he's not going anywhere.
9. 10.
Yeah, it makes you feel a lot better inside if you can win a frame in one visit rather than bits and pieces.
$16.
Pink pots to the left corner, so you can play for a choice of pink or blue here.
Sure. 70.
And he's played that well. Just got past the blue.
Needs a slight angle on this red.
22.
Oh,
23.
that's winning off both jaws here. Have a look at this. Thought about not going in. No, he's got a big, heavy kick there. He's okay, I think, but the white would have been another 12
28.
inches across the table. Now that would have been dreadful if it had thrown the blue offline. Not quite as intended. Quick glance around at the scoreboard. That jumped a little, the red also. He's switching hands here because of the red under his body. Well, it's a little risky because even if he's using his right hand, that's in the way, that red. Got to get between the green and the brown here with the cue ball. Played it well.
$34.
It's just not automatic position available here on a colour.
$35.
I'll tell you what, he would have loved that other red to have dropped. He's 61 in front. If that red had gone in, Ronnie would have needed a snooker, and he almost cannoned the red into the corner pocket. Had the red have dropped, there would only have been 59 left on the table. Ooh, this is a risky pink. But with the red over the pocket, what else can he do? So whichever colour he tries to pot, he's glancing back at the scoreboard, there's going to be pressure on it.
Yellow ball.
So yellow it is. Cracking pot. That was a little gem there.
37.
A lot of pressure on that. He knew if he missed it, he was sticking this one up. He just loves that shot, doesn't he? He loves showing the cue power that he's got. That's the entertainer in Judd coming out there. 69 ahead, 59 on the
43.
table. That white might still be spinning.
$44. 50.
No.
Judge Trump.
Doesn't
50,
really
and
matter.
Judge-
Ronnie stays in his seat. And Judd Trump did what he needed to do. He virtually won the frame with that 50 break, and he closes the gap to 2 frames. It's 4-2 to Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well, John, Dennis described that yellow that Judd potted as a little gem. He's not wrong.
Big gem. Yeah, especially with the balls being the way they are. What you don't want is a counter clearance from O'Sullivan. You knew full well the red was over the pocket. Lots of pressure on it. What I liked about it, though, he took his time over it, looked at the pink, looked at the blue, decided yellow was the one, gave it 100%, straight in the middle of the bag.
And Steve, we've talked about Judd's safety game, but we need to talk about his cue power as well.
Yes, monstrous screw back from the red over the pocket to get the right side of the blue. And it does seem like he has, as Stephen said, so much cue power, more than anybody in the game, and that's including the likes of Neil Robertson and some of the other great players like Stephen Lee, who really can screw back. But Judd just annihilates the ball. It just turns it inside out.
I'm not having it. I think the